Hello beautiful people, it's Sinderfam. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be checking this video together. Let's check it out.
You're on a dating site and you find someone, and this might even be more powerful initially for women than for men, because I don't know if you know this, but women rank 85% of men as below average in attractiveness. Now, men get their revenge, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to make a case that, women are more demented when it comes to men than men are when it comes to women. It's just they're demented in different ways. So then you think, it's interesting because I've watched my daughter go through Tinder. It's sort of painful. It's like, nope. And she kind of thinks it's funny. And I suppose it is, but it's cruel as hell, right? If all these poor Weasley guys, they're just getting sorted into the you should not be in the damn mating pool pile. Right. And that's a fundamental judgment. You should not be in the mating pool. Like if you're off on a genocidal spree, that's exactly what you're trying to do. You're trying to prevent that. So, I'm not saying my daughter's got genocidal tendencies. Although she probably does, because she is human, by the way. So, all right. So now, let's say that you've categorized some person in there as, you're not going to respond to their damn email. And, you've put them down as a 1 out of 10, so, no. And then someone says, you have to go out with that person. You have to ask that person out. And then you think, well, how are you going to react to that idea? Well, the first thing is, I think you're going to be angry at the person who's going to force you to do that. It's going to be
interesting. For me, I've always wondered what it is like for people who are on dating sites. So, this is a question for anybody. If you've ever been in a dating site or been on a dating site before, because lots of people, they know what they want. There are some people who don't even know what they want. Some people are just there for fun, or some people are just there to pass out time or catch for whatever reasons that best fits them. So now the question is, for some people who go on dating site, because also some people go there for different reasons. So from people who go on dating sites, what are your dating experiences, or what are your experience on the dating site? Because that is far more important, because lots of people have good stories. Some people don't have nice stories. Some people have the perfect story, or the what's it called? The very interesting story that some people would hear and be like, oh wow, this makes sense. And meanwhile, we have some people who's gone through series of dating sites and all of that and still have not had good results. So let me know what your dating experience is or was. I really love your thoughts on that.
Anger. And then the second thing is, how are you going to feel when you bring that person into public with you, around your friends? Okay? How are you going to feel? And the answer to that is, you're going to feel disgusted and ashamed. And the reason for that is because it's contaminating, it's catching. And so then that puts the damn theories together, and this is why. If I force you to go out with someone that's low status, and we'll say low attractiveness, we'll put the whole package together. Low attractiveness, low socioeconomic status, no real hope for the future, and really unlikable. We can put all those sorts of things together, and you're going to think, no way. And then you bring that person out on a date with all your friends, and they think, what the hell is up with you? And so maybe you're an 8, roughly speaking, and then you get to go visit 5 land for a while. Okay, now, what happens to you? Now, this is where it gets tricky. So we know that you, like the lobster, have a counter way down in the bottom of your brain that's really, really old. It's precognitive, it's even pre-emotional. It's way down there at like reticular activating level. And what it does is scan the world to figure out where you are in the hierarchy. And it actually matters, because if you're low, then you die, or you're stressed, or your children die, and everything's worrisome to you because you're barely clinging on to the edge of existence, and you only take impulsive pleasures because that's the longest span that you can count on having pleasures over, and it's rough. at the bottom. And you get low status mates if you get any at all, and it's not good. So you actually do not want to be there. And there's a reason for that. Whereas at the top, it's like, yes, you know, you get preferential access to everything, everything.
But again, when it comes to dating, I think people have different experiences, preferences, and whatnot. There are some people who want to date their standard or their status, or people that are the same level as them. There are some people, I think back in the day, it used to be common practice where some people go for people who are low their standard status. Some people go for people who are the same. Some people go for all sorts of people who are higher. But now I think, I mean, it's pretty much the same. It hasn't changed. But I mean, I think some sort of way there's kind of like a divide and a disconnect between both parties in that, and you find more and more people don't want to date people or don't want to be in a relationship with people who are who have lower status, or some people don't want to be with people who are the exact same status as they. Lots of people want to go above, far and beyond. But the thing is, for you as an individual, what do you look out for? Are you going for somebody who is the exact same as you, or somebody who has more, or somebody who is higher or whose standards is higher, or you prefer dating somebody or prefer to be with somebody who has lower status or lower standards? In the sense that there are some people who be like, okay, they are ready to bring somebody who is lower than them, or in terms of status or class, who is lower than them, they are ready to bring them up or raise them up to the ladder. We've got some people like that. So, I mean, which would you rather pick? And I'm talking about this in a broad scope because people have different preferences, regardless.
So it's better to be there, and you can say what you want about egalitarianism, and there's lots of arguments to be held on both sides, but given a choice, you will go up rather than down. So let's say you associate with someone who's contaminated, and it knocks your status down. Now, how does it do that? Well, it might do it a variety of ways. You feel bad about yourself, so that would be low self-esteem. So that means the part of your brain that's evaluating you as a high-status, competent being is now doubtful about whether you actually, fit that description. And then there's all your peers, because they're judging you like mad, and what they're basically doing is status evaluation. Are you like a lowly crumb brother who's absolutely outside the mating hierarchy completely, or are you like Mr. Vampire Billionaire who's the dominant vampire billionaire who's at the pinnacle of generic female literary pornography? So that's basically the hierarchy. So the problem is that if you take a dominance hit, your serotonin levels fall. And what that does is increase your negative emotion and decrease your positive emotion, and increase the probability that when anything anomalous occurs, that you're going to have a generalized stress response. So that's the connection between the damn theories. If you're associated with the disgusting, your status falls. And that's what destabilizes the belief hierarchy. It's not a direct effect on belief.
Interesting. This is an interesting one, regardless. Jordan Peterson did justice to this. And this is why lots of people love him, because, I mean, it speaks to both sides, both parties, regardless. But at the same time, I think sometimes when it comes to status or dating preferences in terms of status, some people date for different reasons, or some people pursue status for different reasons and all of that. Some people date because they think they can help. Some people date because they are doing it to maintain or keep the exact same status, keep going. So they go for people who are the exact same, or who have the exact same status with them, or some people go for higher status. It's different because lots of times when you look at this, some people, especially when, let's even talk about the rich. You see some of the rich people, they go for people who are the exact same class or higher class, sometimes in business, or maybe for whatever reason and whatnot, to acquire properties, acquire something and all of that. And you see some people who are in the middle class, they do all of that because Some people be like, okay, this one is the best good fit or is a better fit regardless. But when it comes to dating, I always say date your type. So in the sense that if this is the type of person you want, or this is the type of person you're pursuing, or this is the kind of person you're looking for in a partner, also match it. Because that way, I think it sort of creates a level of balance in the relationship. Because some people, exactly what you said, because sometimes you see some people who have higher status and go with some people who have lower status, and all of this has to do with personality. Some people might not do so well, some people might not do so great, some people it might lighten the mood, some people might have some sort of emotions that um may make the other person feel some type of way. Because when you look at it, we can say, oh, there are people who may want to date people or be in a relationship with people who are below their status. There are some people who want to be with people who are the exact same status, or some people who are far above status. And this is not something that we can say, oh, it is not possible. It is very possible, and we see it in this day and society. In fact, it's very common in some particular region or some places as well. And even us as human beings, we have preferences, we have um lists that we want to go down with or go through with, and see people who tick some certain boxes. Now this question falls back to you. What do you look for? Do you look for um equating status, or you look for status that are slightly higher than yours or far above yours, or status that are below? I would really love your thoughts on this, because I mean, personality matters, preferences also matters, and um the type of people they meet also matters as well. But I really love your thoughts on this. You can share the useful information I think might be really helpful. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and all of that stuff. And until next time, see you in the next video.